Would you like to know more? Welcome to the Warmaster Podcast, Adventures in 3D Printing, episode 21. It's Thursday. What date is it? God damn. What time of man? 10th of December. The 3D printing workshop family life has been a bit hectic for the last couple of weeks because I managed to catch COVID, it looks like, when I spent a couple of days in hospital because my son had appendicitis. He had to have his appendix out. And my COVID test was lost. So this is the end of my 10-day isolation now. So after talking to Test and Trace today, I'm finally able to rejoin the world. Not that I will, because I'm not a big fan of the world. But in the space of the time that I've been isolating and my family have been isolating, one of my children has now developed COVID. So it's good that we know that the household that's been isolating was actually exposed to COVID, and it wasn't just man flu. But yeah, so we're still in mid isolation now because the other people, my wife and the other two kids, have got to do 14 days from the start of my youngest son's symptoms. He only has to do 10 days like me, so he ends middle of next week. But anyway, so obviously the family life's a bit mad, so that my fight against man flu and isolation and stuff has meant that recording videos and printing miniatures hasn't been top of my priority list. But I'm back today, and we're going to look at some zombies from Forest Dragon. These were one of the first ones. Well, it was the first one they did in the Vampire Countess line. I haven't looked at them yet, so I brigaded these fellas off, and we'll have a look through them. So there's a guy here got no legs. Don't know what's happened to him. We've got a guy here, bit of brain. As you see, that's a bit of support, isn't it? I need to get rid of that. I've done my normal undercoating trick. There we go. That's fantastic banner, having half a crucified fella there. Very, very, and some zombie pirate action going on here. There's definitely a pirate vibe. I don't know what that was. The bloody hell's that? What is that? It's like a shield of a face or something. Was it somebody's stretched face over a... Oh my god, what is that? Yeah, so this is one of the 2 command strips. There are only 2 command strips for this one. So there's this one and this one here. As always, this is such beautiful models to print. Printed at 0.5mm on a Photon Mono. I'm not sure what I'd be looking for detail-wise. Yes, maybe if I can get to see some of the commercial printers, maybe there is a difference in detail. But if it is, it's not necessarily something I'm going to be overly worried about. I've migrated to water washable. See, that's what I'm going to do here to identify them, little numbers on the bottom of the bases, because they're all going to look the same-ish. So I've moved over to Elegoo water washable blue now, which makes cleanup a lot easier, although it takes quite a lot longer to do the wash and cure, and it's not as easy to get everything out of the undercuts. So in these undercuts here, or these crevices, that is the area that this water washable is difficult to get out of. So you can see it looks a bit furry in there. And that's probably because it's not cleaned 100%, because I'm cleaning the print bed and then drying them off and then curing them. So areas like this, I mean, I'm not sure how well you can see it. I'm not sure how much of an issue that would actually be, but that's where the issue would be. Okay, so we've got the 2 command strips, and there are 5 regular strips that we'll go through. Here's one of the regular strips. Hi, it's always good for having a fella with a head under his arm. Nice beard. It's nice that people have feet, because obviously when I was having problems with my Z-axis, we weren't having any feet. And we've just done a standard Zenith undercoat, so 2-colour undercoat. Can't see any lining or anything, so these are looking good. If only everything in life was this easy. So this is the back of the neck stand. Looks a bit furry there, but that again could be down to my undercoating for that particular issue on this back. And then, Jesus, look at the size of this fella's axe, or cleaver, or whatever this. Oh my God! Yeah, it's very nice. Very nice. I like the way he's done peeling flesh. So I guess you got the skull underneath, and then you've got bits of peeled flesh. And like there's a hole in this guy's head here. They're gonna paint up real easy. And then the remaining 3 stands I do on my stick. So I do so that I can just paint these separately and then attach them. So we'll just go along the line here. We've got. Looks like there's a guy here going to beat me to death with his hand. Look. Or somebody's hand. I don't know if it's their hand. It is their hand, I think. He's going to beat me to death with his own hand. So going along the line. This guy here coming out the floor. It's brilliant. Yeah. And then go along the back. So we can't see any lines or anything in the printing. So I think my 2-second setting for normal layers and 0.05 mil layer height is all working hunky-dory. And the lychee slicer doing the slicing. These are all pre-supported from Forest Dragon, so no need to design your own supports unless you particularly want to. Okay, so this was episode 21, just looking at some Forest Dragon zombies from the Vampire Count range. I believe they were on sale in October, so you might have to go back in time or use your discount code to buy them. And next up, you can hear me sniffing. See, I'm still not 100%, although I am allowed to go into the world now, even with my little sniffy nose. Not that I have. And so we're going to go and do, next one's will be some characters that I printed.